Okay, Google just dropped Nano Banana Pro 2, and this might be the biggest upgrade to image generation we've seen all year. Because it doesn't just make better images, it actually fixed the three biggest problems creators were facing right now: text accuracy, editing control, and consistency. So here's what actually changed. First is the resolution. We're talking 2K, 4K, ultra detailed resolution, way sharper textures, and lighting that is like realistic now. It has better realism to it. Second, text rendering. Before, AI would butcher text inside thumbnails and advertisements. Now it can generate readable text inside images. This is massive for YouTube creators and even bigger for advertisements. Third is editing precision. You can now edit specific parts of an image without ruining the rest of it. Change lighting, swap an object, swap maybe an outfit, and keep the same character consistency and their face. And that's the big one. Character consistency is what everybody wants. Now, instead of just talking about it, let's deep dive inside and see how it performs. Okay, for the first one, let's see how well it does with this prompt that I got from ChatGPT that tests its multi-text inside of an image. Go over into flow, and we're going to make this a landscape. I want 4 at once. Make sure we're on Nano Banana Pro 2, and let's see what it generates for us. Okay, these are pretty good. I'm glad that I gave myself some different images here, like 4 variations. Obviously this middle one is the best. Yeah, I put in don't forget to subscribe and best YouTuber 2026 on the cup, and then I gave him a text speech bubble. So I gave him 3 different text tasks to take care of, proving that this is working pretty good. Like, that's just on one generation. Checking out the other ones, this cup obviously is just chop. They put this over the image, which I don't like. This one is free floating. This one's pretty good too, actually. Don't mind that. This text doesn't really look like it's on the cup all that well. I wonder if I can actually highlight this and say, make the screen in the back just black. Let's see if it can actually fix this, because this is another part that I'm going to show you actually on the next example, but I just am curious to see if it does it here. The other part that I really do like in Flow right now is that they didn't have drag and drop before. You'd actually have to upload the video, upload your image or video, and then select it, or you'd have to drag from your files in. Wow, so it made this screen black, so that's something. Yeah. It made the wrong screen black, but it did make a screen black. Cool. Okay, moving on to the next test. That was pretty decent. Okay, I just asked chat to create us a monster level prompt that basically stress tests the AI's ability to have complex text. This seems like too complicated, I'm not gonna lie. It has the product details, required text structure, and then secondary headline, a feature stack, technical specs on it, physiological hook block. I love that. Micro text cluster and a CTA, plus all the design instructions and everything like that. Let's see how well this actually creates this. Wow, you know what? This one went crazy. And look at this, by the way. I don't think I showed you guys this, but yeah, they have an upscale to 2K and an upscale to 4K. In Flow, it doesn't cost you any extra. So I'm going to upscale this to 4K, and when it downloads, I'm going to zoom in to the small text down here and see if it actually wrote anything. Now, quickly looking at the other ones, although they aren't as aesthetically pleasing, okay, so here this R got messed up, but most of the text, just from looking at it quickly, looks correct. The only thing I can see is right there on this one. And then inside this one, everything looked good to me, like visually right off from just scanning it. And then we have this one, scanning it, it looks really nice as well. I mean, it's hitting all the marks that we asked for. It's not as aesthetically pleasing, but again, we gave it a ridiculous amount of text. So let's check out how this one actually looks. Okay, yeah, so this is just absolute gibberish, but to be fair, if you could read that like this, then you're kind of superhuman. Obviously I got all the other text correct. So this is super impressive, honestly. So I think it's safe to say that your just easy prompts to get text correct now is highly likely, which is awesome. Okay, for the second text, we're going to be seeing how the depth of field and the lighting does, because we want crisp 4K proper depth where you can choose your lighting, choose your camera angle, and choose your depth of field. So, you know, what camera lens that you're actually using. So to test that, we have a simple prompt here that I got from chat, and we are going to throw it in Nano Banana 2 and see how it does. Wow, this depth of field is actually pretty good. Let's check this out. The first one, we have the steam. These people are probably too blurred with this lens. The depth of field is working back here. The people back here make sense. Him being in front of her is pretty decent. Let's check out this one. This one's really good. The depth of field is working all around here. He's obviously close. Yeah, this depth of field looks really nice. This one, again, the people in the motion over here on the depth of field is only okay. It's okay. This one is good. The depth of field makes sense here. It feels natural. I mean, as natural as this can look, and everything looks high quality. I would say it has gotten definitely better, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. That one wasn't very good. Okay, I got chat to actually create us another stress test. This is for the depth of field. Basically, this is gonna be a super close-up shot of a wristwatch resting on a wooden textured surface. So let's do this and prompt, take it over into our flow, and see what it cooks for us. Wow, let me say, this depth of field feels real. Like, this looks really nice. This is called Bokeh, and it did a really nice job of the lights with those little circles. This depth of field is really nice. This is also nice. You can see that it's out of focus here, just focusing on this. Like, you can even see, I can't zoom in on this, but you can even see the ripples in there. Checking out this. All the text, oh no, that text is a little bit off. Units per hour, 400, 300. It did a really nice job with text, except right there. And I'm sure you could, you know, fix that with prompting. It even says Daytona. I got all the other numbers right. So it's just a small thing. But what we were testing is the depth of field, and I feel like the depth of field there is correct. So that's awesome. The depth of field is great for really close. Okay, now let's stress test the cinematic lighting. Let's check this out. By the way, actually, I didn't even read this one, so we're just gonna fire it in and just find out together, honestly. Now, while this generates, honestly, this is massive for creators, because the better images that you get, the better quality they are, the better AI characters and videos and everything else you do gets better. Wow, what is this? This lighting, look, the backlighting from her is crazy. That doesn't look realistic. I don't like that backlighting. All of the backlighting, I don't agree with. It looks too, you're too backlit. You look like you have like a white bubble around you. Okay, since I didn't like that last test, I decided to go with more of like a Tokyo night cinematic vibe. Let's see how this does for our generation. Look at these prompts, by the way. These are lengthy prompts. Usually chat doesn't make them that large for us, but I've also noticed in the generations, you can put a lot more detail into this, and it's actually understanding it and able to generate it. Like, think about how long of a prompt I put into this, and it got all the text right, which is insane. Like, that's just, I mean, the way that this is evolving and getting better and better, then we get 4K, then we get better videos. It's just awesome. Ooh, yes. See, this is what I like. This rain coming off, like the wetness of the ground coming off of here, while the red is over here and only touching in where it's wet. See how it's separating from the road? I mean, the lighting with that is just crazy. I think this hit the mark completely. All the lights make sense here. For me, anyway, on first glance. That's fantastic. Obviously, you're going to have some different generations, and your eyes are going to wander to the one that you like the best. This one happens to be this one for me. I think it's done a great job. This one I don't really like. It's got a motion, like the car is in motion. This one makes sense. This one looks very realistic. This one looks the more like aesthetic, and these are awesome generations. Very, very cool. Okay, now we finally get to use some of the new features that they've actually put in here. So we get to play with this a bit. The drag and drop, it might not seem big, but this is awesome that you can drop it in here now. You used to have to actually click the plus button or have a file open and drag it in and actually do it that way. So having this is awesome. You can also put these into different collections. So I can just be like, okay, this is this collection, and I'll go, okay, this is the watch collection, and then okay, this is the Tokyo collection. Okay, this is the product collection. You get my drift. This is awesome for organization inside of a project, because remember, this project is I can just put test. Oh wow. So you have organization inside of your project. So you could have, you know, all your videos in one spot, all your photos in one spot. I love the organization that they put into here and the drag and drop. So I want to go and get, oh, this one. Okay, so let's drag and drop this on here. And I actually want to try this out with this. So let's take this, let's take these signs and say, put an advertisement of Nike on there instead. I'm very curious if it can get this specific where it can just change that. I might have to be more specific in my prompting for that, which you could screenshot, send it to chat, get it to create you one, and then come back and put it in here. But let's see what it comes up with. Wow. That's not bad. I mean, it definitely did change the orientation of this, but even the fact that it could find that and do it like this, it just did it. Okay. But maybe we can take this grate out. Take this grate out. Wow, that took the grate out seamlessly. Like that, there looks like there was no grate ever there. The smoke, if we take a look at the beginning, it did take out the smoke piece that was there as well. That would have been coming out of the grate and kind of made it more of as if a car just left and went around the corner or turned and came this way, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't look out of place that bad. Okay, and for the last one, we're going to be doing editing consistency and precision. So we're going to have a base image, and then we're going to test a face consistency, a pose preservation, a localized editing, and then an environment swap. And then one of the features that is also new, where you can select a box or use the drawing crayon to put on what you want or circle something. All right, so let's jump in and get our base image going. Damn, okay, we have some super cool images here. Lots that we can play with. So there's a few things that I want to try on here. First of all, I want to try using where you can actually select what you are talking about. So for example, on here, let's change his fire to blue instead. Let's see if it can do that. There's a few more tests that I want to run at the same time. I want to change the background to a volcano slash evil vibes village. Let's see how it keeps the character consistency. Then another thing is, let's change, oh, actually, let's use the drawing tool. So let's circle his feet, his talons, and say, please give his nails a paint job. Let's make them pink. Wow. You know what? It's done a great job of that. It even got the light to go in his eye and reflect a little bit off of his scales and body. You can see that it's shimmering blue there. This is actually a better job than I thought it was going to do. The next one, wow, that image. Let's see if the dragon looks the exact same. So besides coloring, I mean, I'm looking at his wing right, well, you can't see where I'm pointing. Right here, it looks exactly the same. Everything looks the same about the dragon, but the background obviously has changed. So safe to say that works. And now he's got a paint job. Wow. So these new features clearly are working. Wow, that's actually nice. You can do freeform as well. So now you can actually crop it. So you can actually be like, okay, I just want him like this. And then you crop. This is just amazing. I am loving this. Awesome updates, awesome updates. Now, if you learned anything or you want to learn more about AI, please consider subscribing. And if you want to join my school community and learn how to make some passive income just by recording your voice, then check that out in the description below. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.